What's up, everybody? Oh my gosh.
What time is it?
You're
What
just
day are we?
Does it matter?
You're just a bundle of excitement.
I am a bundle of excitement.
Yes.
Welcome to Monday Love.
What's
Almost
Thank you.
out of quarantine.
Almost.
Almost.
We are
Hold
definitely
your
getting
horses.
closer. I am, man.
I think the ride's not ready yet.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's like getting on the roller coaster after it breaks down for 3 hours and you get
Yeah,
on and it
that's-
stops.
That's that iffy situation. Absolutely.
Why does it stop for 10 minutes? I just want to go down the hill.
Oh my God.
We're right there. We're on top of the hill. It might
It
go
is.
down. You might have to get off the ride.
Yes. Walk
Yeah,
down
you know
the
what's going to happen
stairs.
though. We're going to start.
Yeah.
We're going to get back to doing the tilling. You're going to be like, I wish we were in quarantine because I am tired of tilling these fields.
Tilling the
Exactly.
field.
Tilling the
Tilling
fields.
I hate tilling fields.
I know.
Gosh.
Such a pain in the
I still
ass.
got scars on my callus on my feet.
All right, guys, introduce yourself. I got some new graphics.
Oh, he wants to show off the new graphics.
Hey, it's Miranda Monday.
And there's the graphics below it.
I'm assuming I'm not looking at the screen bunch.
Ah.
I'm assuming it's going to be. I'm pushing the button, so that should be the right one.
It should be, maybe.
Okay, now it's
We'll
Joe's
see.
turn.
So, Joe Kemp, Monday Love, co-host, artist, producer,
Vocalist.
vocalist, anything else I can do.
Yes.
And I am.
And the amazing Jason Aaron.
I'm Jason Aaron,
Hi,
executive
Jason.
producer,
And the crowd goes, wow.
TV, video, since 1997. And standing next to me is Renee Michelle
Renee.
Merrifield.
The crowd goes wild.
Okay, don't get that wine away from my electronics, please.
Electric.
You're out of here. Get out of here.
You're
All right.
double, triple grounded out of the studio.
Well, I hope those
Yeah.
graphics worked. It felt good. I pushed the button. I'll explain later.
Oh,
Okay.
Gotcha.
man. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to another
That's right.
Monday Love.
Yes.
It's 8 o'clock
absolutely.
Monday night. That means we're live on Facebook
Live.
on the
here.
Monday Love podcast. In case you missed it, in case you're not subscribed to our YouTube or podcast platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts, we dropped earlier today at 5 a.m. Struggle Jennings, which was last week's live stream. So very fun, very cool guy.
Yes.
And so that was earlier. So make sure you get over to the podcast platforms and do that. And also, while we're chatting, make sure you go to Twitter and tweet us,
Yes.
MunLovePod, as
Tweet.
it's spelled
Yes.
out there on the screen, and ask us
And,
stuff.
and
Yeah,
all
ask
the
questions.
crazy podcasts, all of
Yes,
them,
I
every
know.
single one.
Ask
We're
us
we're
stuff.
mid 30s.
iTunes,
YouTube,
Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube.
Everywhere.
Go to YouTube. We get all you viewers on
Yes.
Facebook. Come see us
Come
on
to
YouTube.
YouTube.
Share,
Come
like,
on.
review. Click
Yes.
like somewhere on the buttons, somewhere above,
Above here,
below,
below, somewhere like
below.
They get it.
that. All right.
Me.
I think we've successfully
Is
beat
where
that
the
horse
button
into the
is.
ground.
Yeah. We'll do it again mid-show and probably in. Just
Well,
saying.
We're going to keep talking about it until someone tweets
It
us.
is. It is.
Yes, tweet guys. Hashtag.
So we,
that.
so we got a lot of.
We have an amazing,
Oh, man.
amazing artist tonight.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I wonder who it
Yes.
is. Oh, it's right there on the
There-
screen. Look
oh.
at
Oh, oh.
that. Kareem Thompson.
Oh yeah.
The one, the only, the badass drummer that he is, Mr. Kareem Thompson.
Boom, on
What
screen.
is going on?
There we go.
That's a dramatic intro.
What's going on,
What's up,
brother?
y'all?
How are you?
It's good, man. I'm doing amazing. How y'all doing?
I'm doing
Great.
great.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So,
So-
we're sitting here already from the get go, man.
Yeah, we were.
and I'm admiring your drum head up there and
Yes.
all those
Oh, yeah.
shoes.
Shoes. The
Some of
shoes.
the shoes. Oh, my God, shoes.
Can't help it. I'm addicted.
Yes, I see
Bad.
that. And in your practices, like you've got racks and racks and racks of shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
How many shoes is in your collection?
Ballpark.
Probably about I think I counted probably 210.
Wow.
Right now.
Nice.
Yeah, 210. But some I don't even get a chance to wear because when I'm out on the road so much, I just wear the same sneaker because I'm behind drums, so you can't see them anyway.
Right.
So I get fresh when I'm home when I'm out there on the road. I
You just get comfortable.
Comfortable.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I bring some stuff so when we had a day off, can see the city or something. But
Looking fly, sporting them around.
yeah,
When you,
yeah, most of them.
when you guys get out on a sprint, how many shows is on just like a little sprint of your tour? Like about an average? Throwing a random number. Sorry.
It can rent from it can go from 30 to 45.
Wow.
Yeah, until it's all over. Because normally after like 20 something, we'll probably come home for like a week or two, and then
Take a break.
next thing you
Go
know,
straight back.
we get dates again.
That's awesome.
That's good. Keeping the hustle on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of artists that's not getting that much work, so that's awesome.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So real quick, this started back. Can we do a selfie? It's kind of something that we started
We
doing.
do a selfie through the screen.
Yeah, because you're with us.
Put your selfie face
so
on.
put your selfie face on. Ready?
All right, ready?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I did the duck lip.
You did duck lips.
You got it.
Okay.
What is wrong with this fat guy? I don't know.
Do you have any shout outs, plugs, sponsors, websites you want to shout out real quick?
Oh yeah, number one, shout out to God, of course.
Yes.
My kids, my family, mom, dad, sisters, brothers. You know how that go. But that's not too much. Shout out to my Angels and Outlaw family.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if they on here. Just talking all on the other day. So
That's awesome.
and that's yeah.
Heck yeah.
I can't see
Pretty
for
much
whatever for all the different new updates. I can't tell who pops in. So
Dude,
a lot
I
of
can't- I
times,
can't even
you
post
see
anything.
Adam pop up and
I'm
struggle.
in
So
Facebook jail.
Again.
Until like 8:57 tonight, I'm like, damn, it couldn't have been like an hour earlier.
we told you about those pictures.
Wow.
Man, I can't help it. So, how old were you when like the music bug bit you?
I was about one. I was one.
Really?
So that's what they say. Yeah, I got my first drum set when I was 2.
Nah,
So I
That's
guess it would be
awesome.
1.
So
Yeah,
so
Drove
you
your
were,
parents crazy.
Banging on my mom lamps and stuff, and they got tired of it.
so they
and my
finally just
uncle-
broke down.
My uncle Ernie was a great late gospel singer. He ended up buying me my first drum set. I destroyed it, of course,
Right.
because it was a little tiny one, so I was hitting it with stuff. I wanted to get bigger sounds out of it. So instead of hitting it with the little drumsticks that came with it, I was hitting it with
Oh wow, that's awesome.
hit it with different things, broke them. So I didn't get a real drum set till I was like 11, 10 years old,
Gotcha.
11.
so
But I'm still playing in church though, so it didn't matter that I ain't had one at home.
Right.
Right
Yeah,
on.
I've seen that because you play when you're home. You play in church like every week
Yeah.
when you're home.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
what's your favorite style of drums? Like Tama? Or,
Tam.
I've
Oh,
seen
my
Tama.
favorite brand.
yeah,
Yeah.
Brandon.
Tama drums till I die.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen some of your
Yeah,
sets, man.
My first,
they're nice.
I've been playing on those drums since I was probably like 3. Like the church that I played at, my home church had them. Had a white one, all white one, old big dumb toms,
A pearl.
and I used to be like a lot of people don't know this. I used to be a crazy fan of Metallica, and his Tama kits would just be so huge, like 3 bass drums and stuff. And
Yeah.
I just, and then the gospel cats up my way that end up playing secular music, a lot of them that I look up to,
Yeah.
they was playing Tama drums. So I just kind of like try to keep the tradition going and just find the style of drums that was for me.
That's awesome.
Do you have
Yeah,
a particular wood type that you like? I know a lot of drummers have.
Bo Binga.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Bo Binga. Walnut is, it's fine. It really, with me, it really depends on the heads. I like Evans drum heads, so I feel like once you smack some good heads on anything,
Yeah,
you can make them sound right.
I got you.
See,
Yeah.
I feel slightly special because since being on the sales music side of it, I know what y'all talking about.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
your Facebook page pulled up here for all you listeners and
That
and
ain't
watchers.
me.
Huh?
That's
him.
not me,
That's not
bro.
him.
Come
Wow,
on,
I don't know
That's
who
not
that
him.
is.
You know, it's
He
funny.
does.
I didn't think it was before when I was looking at it, and then you sent me your ad sign, and that's the. Okay, I was gonna
That's
say,
not-
what
I
style
don't
drum
know.
is that?
Yeah,
I don't know who that guy is.
Oh man.
There's-
It's a steel
there's-
drum, but
Yeah, but he's popping. He's doing the show by himself.
Yeah,
over
right.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to
There's-
him for
Good
having
deal.
my name.
Okay, well
There-
that's
Can
you
I,
right there.
can I sue him for having my name?
Yes.
Yeah. Apparently.
Yes.
for
You
real.
got you got
I think
to What?
I think
It's
I'm gonna
not-
ask Struggle to get his people to get on that.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, your
Get him taken
Instagram.
Get a hold of Bonnie.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bonnie, get on top of that.
Yep.
There you
Like, she
go.
would take him down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he has a
Desist-
trademark or
desist
copyright.
and desist, yeah.
A cease
Yeah.
and desist.
Cease and desist, yeah.
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 Yeah, but there's several Joe Kemps.
Yeah. There's actually
Musical
quite-
artists and football stars.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
isn't about you right now,
Yeah.
Jay.
It's
But to run
The
the
somebody.
world's about me.
There's something Joe Kemp.
That's
Gosh.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well, Instagram. Find them on Instagram then.
Instagram.
That's my
Yes.
page, yes.
Hey, do we have like a good video clip of maybe a live show with Struggle or something that we can show? Like, I mean, we ain't got. I mean, as we
If I
get the
pull-
show
yeah.
going, maybe we can have that.
Yeah.
We can play in
Yes.
later
'cause-
on. I know.
Yeah. Because
Our
watching him
amazing
play-
Jason Aaron will
Yeah,
find.
I got
Yes.
I got this little thing pulled up. What's this?
Yes.
See what happens.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Little
so-
taste
and-
there.
And to be fair, and I've said this several times, like my favorite person in a band is the drummer because you use everything, arms, legs, core,
Oh, yeah.
and just to watch that passion come out, it's
Legs.
Like, yeah.
On the
Well,
kick
I mean, the
drum.
drums drives any song.
yeah, that's the backbone.
I mean, really.
It's the
I mean,
heartbeat. The heartbeat.
the heartbeat.
yes, it is.
So right now you're working with Struggle and you're going on tour. What's some of the other acts that you've worked with through the years before Struggle?
Wow, just heard that one, but man, jeez, a lot from from gospel to secular.
Okay.
But struggles music would be like newer for me. Like everything else is the same. Playing for R&B, playing gospel, that stuff is pretty much the same. But playing like country tunes and stuff like that's a whole different. So it's not too
style.
much different, but yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how did
But
that
I still get to
crossover-
be me.
How did that crossover occur? How did that all come about? I mean, to go from kicking it in a gospel choir to
Yeah.
Struggle. I mean,
Well,
Right.
yeah.
And then-
Well, see, the thing is, I love God, I love church, but I knew that my plan wasn't just going to stay in church. I always wanted to go abroad and play out in the world. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I just wanted to work hard to do that, but I wanted to do it my own way and do it in my own lane. Because I come from a place where a lot of people want to hang under people and see if they could put them on and stuff like that.
Right.
I just stay. I'm from the hood, so it's just like I just stayed to myself, would practice a lot, and just make my own connections. And thank God the connections I made was with good people that really wanted to see things happen for me, and that's kind of like how it happened.
Right. Yeah, and like even while I was going through all of the like different levels, like I even
Yeah.
seen the picture where you were in Africa and you were completely you had no idea what was going on around you, and you can
Yeah,
see it.
yeah,
Like you could see
yeah.
you were
Yeah,
fixated.
that was a life-changing moment for me, period. You know what I'm saying? Because with that situation, I was like that was like my first time like running the show. As far as it was just me, basically,
Right.
like me and a laptop or whatever, and my friends created these show tracks for me to play with that rapper at the time. And we went to Africa, and actually when I took that picture, the kids were just getting out of school,
Yeah.
but I didn't notice it because I didn't look behind me, because in Africa, like, they talk French, so I was too busy trying to get the sound man to get stuff that I needed and stuff like that. And one of the guys there was like, "You want to take this picture right quick?" And I was like, "Cool." And he took it. And when I finally looked at it later on, I was like, "Oh, this is like, I didn't even peep. They was right there." I was
Yeah.
like, "This is insane." But
Yeah.
that was like that was a great experience.
That's awesome.
something
yeah, that's cool.
And
to
and
have
how
under the belt.
And how did you end up going on that
I
ride?
auditioned for that rapper. I got a call from a friend of mine that was musical director of that situation. He called me and was like, "Hey, this rapper is at first he was like he just wanted to do a couple shows and he was gonna go overseas and stuff like that." So I went to Baltimore. I got the music, listened to it for like a day or two, and just automatically we went to the rehearsal, played, and that night the artist called me and was like he wanted me to play for him. So I came back up that next week and we started rehearsing.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So quite a few people are actually commenting. So Michael says, "Hi everyone." Lori says, "Hello." Preston's waving. Shauna says, "Love from Nashville. You play for one of the best artists ever." Mike Manic.
Nashville. Mike. That's my.
Ask Reem if it's Herman
Okay.
out there from Mike. Reem for
It's
president.
Look, I was playing for him when I got the call to do Struggles tour.
Are you serious?
Oh, that's
I
cool.
was in. He lives in Paris, Texas, and I
Yes.
was in Paris, Texas, doing a show, rehearsing and doing a show for him, and that
So
happened
that's
at his house.
because I seen where you were like, "I'm so glad who I'm working for is understanding." So it was Mike
Yeah.
because we've
no,
had
no,
Mike
no,
on.
it wasn't him.
No?
This whole thing was crazy because I was playing for a gospel artist
Okay.
that I was supposed to go to London in June.
Okay.
Like the date that he went to London, Struggling and would have already been out for a week already.
Gotcha.
So that was my ticket was already I already had my ticket and everything.
Oh wow.
And Casey, that plays for Jelly Roll,
Yeah.
me and him been friends for years. So he ended up calling me and was like, "Hey," when I was just in the studio with Jelly and
Mm-hmm.
and Struggle, and he was like, "You ever heard of Struggle Jennings?" He was like, "Look him up," and he was like, "Yo, I think you'd be a good fit for them or whatever." Then he gave me Scat number. And me
Gotcha.
and Scat started talking. And in the middle of me doing Mike Manic's rehearsal, Scat was sending me Struggle songs to play for them. So I would get done rehearsal. When Mike Manic band would leave, I would set up the speaker, set up my phone, and I would listen to Struggles, his
Right.
tracks, and get the patterns right. And I was sending them videos.
Oh wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, after I sent them like 2 videos, they was like, "You in?" Then next thing you know, I got back home from Texas. I was home for a week, and then immediately May 10th, I went to Nashville. We started rehearsing for the Little Sun tour.
That is awesome. And how long ago was that? Because you guys were
It's
getting
been a year.
A
It's been
year?
a year now. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Mike says Reem is my brother from another, best drummer in the
Yeah,
business.
Yeah, my dog.
And then I'm supposed to ask you about your time in Texas. I think he's getting ready to spill all the juices.
Uh-oh.
Man.
Juices.
Yes.
Well, see, I'm not good with moonshine.
Oh.
They call it the truth serum. Like
Yeah.
I will tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. I don't care if it hurts your feelings.
Yes.
I don't care.
Oh, my
Moonshine is
goodness.
the devil.
Yeah, it is.
So that leads us to one of our stock questions. Oh.
I mean,
Might as
it
well
can.
go ahead. It's probably
So a lot of ours, we'll go ahead and roll with this since we're coming. That kind of leads to. Seems like always it goes hand in hand.
Yes.
So out of all the different places, I mean, because you definitely have a diverse work. See, you're going from gospel to hip hop to outlaws to Hell Angels and all this.
Right.
Out of all these different places, have you had a moment that was completely like a most embarrassing moment out of any of these?
Embarrassing?
Yes.
We have heard some.
We've heard some wicked. This is a stock question. Like we asked
taking
everyone.
craps on stage to
Watching people fuck on their speakers while they're singing.
like
It's
and then the same people going
Embarrassing.
into their
most embarrassing.
trailer.
Yeah.
The most embarrassing.
Yes.
I don't have embarrassing, but I felt bad.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
and here's why. We was in here's my thing. We all know we got openers, right?
Yes.
And for some reason, sometimes people just want to, for some reason, their little rapper friends just want to either put their coat under my floor tom or just even it just to sit on my drum stool, right? So we was in Minnesota, Minneapolis, and this dude sat on my drums, and by this time I had because this is the thing. Sometimes I'll take a couple of drinks before the show, and sometimes I won't. Depends on how I feel. Like if it's a new place and I know, like, yo, I'm gonna go hard tonight. Like I don't even want to drink yet. I'm gonna kill this show, then I'm gonna drink afterwards.
Right.
But this is our second time being at this place, and the Hell's Angels was there, right? So it's like I'm meeting these guys, like real talk, like having conversations, like, you know, just immediately family, right?
Yes.
So we all know Popcorn Savage. Popcorn, shout out to Popcorn. That is my brother, yo. Like I love Popcorn to death, right? So I told Pop, I said, hey, somebody's sitting on my drums, right? And Popcorn goes, where? You know, you got a tank top on. Where are they at? Next thing you know, he go get like 2 Hell's Angels. These dudes stormed the stage.
Oh my God.
And it just, while the guy is still rapping, and it was just like, I'm just looking at this whole thing happen, like, this dude's gonna get hurt just for sitting on. You know, it's like I feel bad. One Hell's Angels had like a whip, like it was just like this thick. It just looked like.
But you don't sit on somebody else's throne, like that's kind of.
I know, but
is
this
that
is
not
one
a
of the
given?
nights. This was one of the nights I was like, this dude is about to get hurt. But,
Yeah.
You know, he immediately got up. He apologized. That was one of the most, because I just felt like this dude is it's about to happen.
Yeah.
Like,
kind of went a little bit further than
yeah,
planned.
they surrounded him, and he didn't, you know, because he didn't look at it as anything wrong. He was looking at it like it's a kit, but it's like, this is not just any old drums. These are my drums.
Right.
So I don't care what shows you've been to or in your life and you've done this. You ain't doing these on.
You don't touch them drums.
Yeah, that's
No,
unless you have permission. You don't sit. You don't touch.
Once they up, I should be able to comfortably go on a tour bus and go to sleep if I want. I should be able to go backstage if I want to go grab something to eat with Struggle or something right quick, and I should just not even have my drums in my mouth.
Right? Yeah.
Until I gotta touch them. But yeah, that was the most embarrassing.
Damn it.
Dude's rapping getting tore up by Hell Angels.
What? No, so they were here back last August, and I was running around making sure everything was good and set up and everything.
Oh,
and
yeah. Yes.
So
you made that happen.
Yeah, he was
Thank
like,
you.
I need a rug. I'm like, you need a rug for what? Like what size? Kit. Like what are we talking about? He's like, just sit on my throne. I'm like, bet. So that was like our first real like interaction was I knew not to touch the throne. I wasn't touching the drums.
It wasn't your fault. It was the tech fault, because if once you have a drum stage like that, he's supposed to automatically have a carpet that goes over it.
Right.
But he said that somehow he forgot or something, you know. So I didn't mean to make you run around like that.
No, dude. It was cool.
I mean, we get it though. I mean,
in order to give you guys a great show, I needed it.
Right. No,
my kick drum probably would have fell off the riser.
That would have been a bad situation.
Well, and the kick bouncing around. Yeah.
Yeah. You'd have been all over the stage.
You gotta have it.
Yes.
And then Mike says, I need to ask you about y'all's trip to Canada.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, matter of fact. Okay. See, he got me telling musician stories. This is gonna make some musicians, if you ain't about this life, you ain't gonna want to be in this life.
Right.
Okay. So I was playing for the band. I was playing for Eye for an Eye.
Mm-hmm.
And we got done a show, and Mike called and was like, hey, when you get back, can you stay in Nashville and come to Canada and come do a show with me? Right. So I got my passport, because I didn't been to Israel, Africa. All that. I'm like, I'm not thinking no. I'm just like, I got my passport. I'm cool. Right. So we ended up driving from Nashville to Canada. Me and DJ O-Rig. Shout out to O-Rig. He's a great guy from Nashville. He was DJing, and he was going to DJ Mike's show. And once again, I'm listening to the music all the way up. I never played Mike shows, ever. So this is gonna be my first time, and this is my first time going to Canada, right? So, boom, it finally happens. We get there, and is this before or after? I think on the way up, we hit a lawnmower that was in the middle of the road,
Oh, shit.
And got like a flat tire, Like it was insane. Like a cop had to come and help us.
He
Long
said
story
about the
short, we
last
get
thing.
over. So we get over the border.
Uh-huh.
We get the, they got to check our passports and stuff. It's taking them a minute. They calling them one by one. Mike, he good. Thumbs up. His wife, he good. DJ, oh, mind you, they doing everybody order. So I'm like, oh, because I'm black, I gotta go last. But I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, one by one. So they called me up and was like, they was flat out with it, like, oh, you can't get in. I was like, huh? Like, you see the stamps in that? Open my passport up. You can't get in here because in 2009, I beat a dude up real bad. I went to jail.
It happens
for like a week.
Right.
And they said because it has to be over 8 or 9 years old or something like that.
Oh my God.
So I had to take the rental car and Mike hotel me up the street in South Dakota or North Dakota, one of the two. And they went and did the show, came back and got me the next day. And shout out to Mike because he still paid me too. Still paid me.
That's awesome.
Got me a flight home, and I rolled all the way back to Nashville.
Wow.
And got on the plane and went home.
Man, that's like
easiest gig ever.
Yeah. That is
but
totally
still,
an experience.
There goes my trip to Canada.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah.
You were able to go. You couldn't go to Canada, but you went to Israel.
They said that I needed to go to the judge to our courthouse, and I could have told him and got him to sign it, and I could have, but I didn't. I'm just thinking like I didn't even have that in my mind. Like I had to think about the fight. Like I had to think. I was a kid when it happened.
Right, and to go that far back,
and by this time I was years. That was years. I'm not even on that.
Right,
I'm not even that aggressive and stuff no more. Like I'm in a professional world now, so it's like, yeah, I had to close my eyes. I'm like a fight. I'm like, jeez.
Wow.
That shit on your computer.
That is insane.
Yeah. Cancel culture, man.
Yeah. Dang, Mike, I forgot. I try to forget about that story.
Oh my
I
goodness!
told it so much, I can't believe I
Mike.
can remember. Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Every time one of my friends bring up about Canada, I always tell them that story. Like, yo, man, I couldn't get in. They turned me around.
Oh.
Dig deep in that.
Wow.
So
that is not what I would have thought.
Right. Joe P. Kelly chimes in and says, "Hi, Kareem."
What's up?
Joe P. and Sandy say hi. Miss you in Michigan. Mike says, "Tell him I missed the rains down in Africa."
Toto.
Yes.
Yes.
Linda.
Okay.
So excited seeing this.
There's the correct Facebook page, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course, that's just. See, I was looking for like a professional, like a page, not a friend's page. So I always.
That's why I love Struggle. You see that little girl with the pink hat on?
Yes.
They tried to put her out that show, Struggle, and Bree made them make her stay, and she got to sit up front the whole time on her dad's shoulder. That's why normally when I get done, when he calls for my solo, I just throw him. Mm-hmm. I made sure before I threw him, I just went up to her and just gave her that personally.
See, that's awesome.
To Electra. That was a cool photo. Electra caught that.
Yeah.
So awesome. I gave her that one first, and then I threw the other one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she was sweet.
I believe I have a drumstick. And I even think I got it signed.
Yeah.
Such a fan girl.
Wow.
Kid. Whatever. So I actually seen a couple clips. Like, your son is a beast on the drums too.
Yeah, he's amazing.
How old is he?
He's amazing. 11.
That is awesome.
Yeah, he's 11. He's incredible.
He is.
Yeah.
So when did he gravitate towards from the jump?
Me bringing him to church with me and make him stay busy, digging the stick bag, grab a stick, and hit that hi-hat.
Hey,
when the preacher get up to preach, then you can eat your Pop-Tart and you choose right now, Daddy, we go work. That's how we eat it right now. So grab a stick, you get to it. But it was just already in him because once you're around it,
yeah.
And he looks at me like I'm Superman, so he wants to do anything.
See, that's awesome.
So
yeah,
I love the kids, man.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's my world. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I seen that back in January, you became musical director.
Yes.
So
yes.
What was that like? Well, first explain what that is, but then what was that transition to going from having it all?
Because I mean, we pretty much my boy.
Is that your
We
son
pretty
right there?
much it was already a well put together thing.
Okay.
Like, struggling scat handpicked what they wanted to put this
Right.
machine together, but you need that person that's going to be able to turn the key. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? And make the right turns. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt as though, because I didn't want to put too much on scat, because it's like he's killing the game with
Right.
producing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like I didn't want to have him having to, when we get off the road, got to figure out, because MD, you're charging the band.
Mhm.
So that means you have to let all us know everything, and then you got to focus on getting these beats and stuff right, and get, and you and Strug cutting records. So I just felt as though it was time for me to, take some of it off his shoulders. So, and we talked about it, and then Strug just, he okayed it. And, that way when we doing rehearsals and stuff, I can say if certain stuff wrong, if stuff doesn't sound right, we can get it right. I can have more of I can be open now, more
Gotcha.
musical, because I hear so much musical things, and especially from all the musical backgrounds I've just been through. And I want to make the shows right and make them tight the way that we just executing every night,
Right.
effortlessly.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mike says, love your ream. I wasn't even talking about them tripping on letting you in Canada. I was talking about the lawnmower incident.
Whoops.
He said the who?
The lawnmower incident.
So we got
He
a
said he was
Monday,
talking about the lawnmower. He wasn't talking about you
got a
getting
Monday
into
Love
Canada.
exclusive.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I had to say that though, because that was crazy. So
Yeah.
he
That
sparked that. He sparked that. Yeah.
Original mashing in the fog, and you and Jay Cruz telling him to slow down and boom push mower at 75 on the highway. Like that sounds like
bad.
the situation.
It was bad. It was bad. You talking about? I'm straight from the city life. We got 50 Chinese stores everywhere. To be in the middle of nowhere with fog in the road. Like, you don't see fog up here. You don't see deers where I'm from. You see a deer, it's like, oh, the whole neighborhood coming outside. Like, yo, it's a deer in the street, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that is awesome. That's funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nah.
Yeah, you don't see that up there.
When I lived in California, we had packs of wild deer that roamed the neighborhood, not dogs.
What?
Monterey, California.
Shoot.
Yep.
They roaming around here. People would come out with a gun.
Yes, absolutely. So, and this is the third tour in a year.
Yeah.
That's an exhausted. Yeah. So, ideally, where would you see yourself in just, we'll say 5 years?
5 years?
Mm-hmm.
Still torn.
That's where
I don't see.
Is that the true pull?
Yeah, that's my world.
I got you.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a session and studio musician too, but my world is playing them back to back and just executing. It's like a basketball game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like us versus the crowd. Like, let's make a move. You know what I'm saying? I live for that. I live to see them people putting their hands in the air and nodding to, me keeping that time and them making them feel how they felt when that record came out. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome. I love your perspective.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
totally
Also,
awesome.
I like making struggle feel that way, just
Yeah.
not to do too much so he can make it. So, because whenever he heard that beat to create that song, he had to been feeling some type of way like, oh, this is it. And I want to still keep that same thing going when we playing it live, like, and get that same feel, but just with my little critiques on it. But yeah, make it happen.
So at your this is more kind of a business thing, but at your caliber of drumming, what would a session drum, like how hard would it be for an artist to get you to get into a studio to do a drum session?
It's not hard as long as you hit me ahead of time, and as long as I don't have to go out. If I don't got to go out on the road or nothing, then I'll knock it out quick. Because that's normally when I do when I come home. I'll lay down stuff quicker, lay drums quicker. I actually been cutting in Nashville too, with Mike Harnett. He played a lot of guitar stuff on Struggles albums.
Okay.
So, and Yellow Wolf's albums and all that. Like, he's a dope dude. So I was actually at the end of the second tour. I started like staying out there and cutting.
Hell yeah.
Cutting some more.
Always working.
Yeah.
You like to keep them hands busy. I can
Now,
completely relate.
Now, do you stick primarily to R&B, gospel, and the hip hop, or do you also float all everywhere?
I played everything. I played for jazz artists, rock and rock, everything.
That's sweet.
Everything.
That's sweet. Having that flexibility and to get to taste.
Yeah, I used to
genres,
practice all that stuff when I was a kid, though. You know what I'm saying? Just to get prepared. My goddad used to always tell me, like, you need to learn how to play everything.
Yeah.
You never know when you're gonna get a call for something. If this is what you want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Completely
so I would play everything.
collector.
Blues, anything. Like,
what's your favorite? If you
it.
had one style that you had to choose, what's your favorite?
Rap.
Rap. Okay.
Because it's more difficult because you're playing patterns and that's hard for a person to do.
Oh
Right.
yeah, because
Them hi-hats and staying there, like, you know, that's a different type of thing. It's different. Ain't no, you know, that double pedals, all that. I'm talking about playing the hi-hats exactly how that producer did it on a machine.
Right, because the machines are precise and to have the human touch, it's totally different.
That's my moment. That's my moment to shit on scat and any producer, let them know that I'm better than your mouse.
Nice.
That's awesome. I love
I'm better than your mouse, or I'm better than your fingers, because I can do all that.
the family,
You know,
like the competition. You know, you guys are a family, so absolutely, I could see that.
But yeah, it's just that. Oh yeah, and Scat, man, he just compliments me because he used to play drums. So
Okay.
He scratches and does certain things with me, like it's killing. Like,
That's
it's
awesome.
a dope situation.
Oh yeah.
That's really cool. That's also super duper impressive. I know
Yes.
some of our fans might not understand that, but being behind the scenes, that's awesome. Because like you said, man, it's sometimes when somebody's recording and they're using machines, it's almost hard to hear on your ears because some people like that human touch, and they're so to be able to duplicate that live. That is some sick timing on your part, man. So
you never.
kudos,
I never wanted to be the guy that had an artist look at you and be like, something don't sound right, and it's coming from me.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I get
That's
you.
like, because then that means that I didn't listen to something correctly. I didn't listen to it all the way through. They're used to hearing that snare right there, and I didn't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just live for like it being just the right way.
Completely
and getting
keeping
better
it tight.
and better, because I was getting better and better, because at first I would play his songs like straight pocket, and then I would figure out certain spots where I could take, and then I just started taking it up different notches.
So how long do you take a track before you feel like, man, I'm down, I got this down?
Probably like 3 minutes. I listen to it twice, because the thing that teaches me how to learn a song quick, here go a gem to any musicians that's on here: learn the words first. Don't think about the pattern stuff, because that's gonna come.
Right.
But learn the words and stuff, that way where the drops and stuff is, you know what's happening, because you know the words. So I'm rapping it like I'm them, like I'm a rapper. That's what I do. I rap it. You know what I mean? Learn the hook and stuff, and then I'll play it.
That's
that
awesome.
way I know when he said a certain word, the kick probably dropped out, then it came back in, and something like.
I got
just
you.
Figure it out, but learn the word, learn the lyrics first.
Hell yeah.
Then,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're pretty much just play by ear at this point.
Yes.
Okay, so when you were in school, did you play drums, or did you like branch out and try other instruments and use that time to like do
I
different
wasn't
stuff?
allowed to go to drum class. The thing in school, unless you knew me from church or my neighborhood,
Right.
you didn't know I played drums.
Really?
Because I was just always into other stuff, the girls, and just getting in trouble and stuff. So unfortunately, I ended up dropping out of school in 8th grade. So I didn't even go to high school.
Oh wow.
And I was getting in mad trouble, y'all. I know everybody. People that don't know my story be like, "What?" Yeah, I was getting in mad trouble.
Wow. And look where you are. Like.
I know, right?
You stay with your passion. You know, you kept the passion.
That's what saved me.
Yeah.
That's what saved me.
Oh, I believe it. getting into dirt, and then if you
At least,
get that
at least you
focus,
learn from the past. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
they could keep getting in trouble and never learn from it, but
Right,
obviously
right.
you
Right.
took a different turn and
Yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
kicking it.
Absolutely.
Awesome. You know,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
able to experience the stuff that
Yeah.
you're doing is just, you know, a lot
Yeah.
of people would just give anything to be able to go on tour on
Mm-hmm.
40 shows on a
Yeah,
tour.
yeah.
And, you know, that's awesome
until,
stuff.
Right.
until
Yeah.
they got there on
And
the
then
tour
they're all
bus
wore
night
out
after
after
night.
tour.
Well,
Like, I just want to
I
go
gotta be-
home. My pillow
Yeah, you gotta
wants
be-
me.
Were
Mhm.
you on the tour bus when it, like, you guys were on your way to a show and it kept breaking down and then it broke down again?
Absolutely, I was. Absolutely, I was.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Sometimes I would sleep. Sometimes I would be asleep. On some of the footage they caught, I was like, "Where did that happen at?" Like, I was probably on the
You
bus
was
sleep.
done. You was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because I could, like, the frustration, you could just see it.
yeah. But you know, with stuff like that, things happen.
Right.
You know, and I on some for real shout out to Struggle, man, because he really handled that situation well, because he could have easily been like, he could have flew us all back to Nashville and
Been like, it's
canceled it
done.
until it all got right. Like, that dude was out there changing belts. He was kept apologizing to us. Like, so we like, bro, we in this together. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And we made it happen.
Yeah.
Every show. Like, some way, somehow, God was on our side and it happened.
That's
And
awesome.
see,
It happened.
and then to fast forward to, I don't know, within the last few weeks, maybe a month or something like that, when Struggle came out with a new shirt, and he said flat out, you know, all the proceeds and overage goes to the band, because he wanted to help take care of y'all, because Rona.
Mm-hmm.
So that shows.
And the crazy thing about that is, even though that was extra, he been taking care of it since it happened.
Right.
Which ain't happen. I don't, you know, unless you're on retainer with an artist and stuff like that, that don't happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know plenty of guys I played for that got it, that wouldn't even have probably called me during this time.
Right.
And said anything.
So,
you know what I mean? But he understood, and I wasn't even with a person like him as much as he done already, you know, did for me and us as a whole. I really wasn't expecting it. Like, I looked at it like, you know, I still was playing at church, so thank God for that. So I was kind of, you know, good. But of course, you miss that type of money. But I was making it, and then when he hit us with that, I was like, that's love, because he got his own, you know, life.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
absolutely.
That was it's one of the many dope things he does.
So kind of going more, because I know you're on tour, and we spoke earlier, but like you're still doing tour on albums that's already made. The creative process of writing new songs, how far have you been in with Struggle with the new material, and how's that process go?
I'll say it like this: y'all heard the record "Gonna Pay For It," right?
Yes.
Okay, I went to the studio with him when he wrote the lyrics to that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a true story. He told me in a lecture, he was like, hey, it's a liquor store down the street. He was like, can y'all go get a bottle of Casamigos?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, so he can write his verse. We went and got Casamigos. I swear to you, we all took shots, turned around. He was typing in his notes, and he was done. He was in the booth cutting his verse.
See, that's awesome.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine, you know, how him and Jelly worked together on that Waylon and Willie, you know what I'm saying? And on and not even that, even on his past stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because he just.
Yeah.
So when you're in the studio with them, do you have creative input on the beats that's being made, or do they do more of a kind of DJ thing, and then you're like, well, I'm going to learn this?
I don't really focus on that, because a lot of times I'm probably not there, and a lot of times the beat's probably already made, because Scat and probably already made it.
Gotcha.
You know, or at that time, I'm probably home taking some time off, you know, because let's not forget, I still, you know, live in PA. They live in Nashville, so it's like I would think that a lot of the times some of them are mostly done, you know, already, or probably already worked on.
I got you. Right
yeah. So you got to see the whole crew here recently.
Yeah.
How was that?
We surprised him for Islam, man. It was great. I was mad because I couldn't sing for like 2 days. I was there and I just wanted to pop up on it, but I had to hide out.
Oh
Wait.
wow. Yeah, you guys were like
Yeah,
laying and waiting, and then when it happened, everybody just converged, didn't you?
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
It was a great night.
And
It was a great night.
even like watching, from like the sidelines with us, like you can see the family dimensions with it.
Oh yeah,
So
oh yeah,
you guys show that,
oh yeah.
and
We locked in.
how real it is. Like that's
And there was a lot of cats at that party.
yes.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah. What, Yellow Wolf and all kinds
Jelly,
of cats.
Bunny.
So that had to be a good time.
Bunny.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm back now.
Yeah,
My bad.
It was a good time.
Sorry, struggle.
Sorry,
She gets excited. I'm sorry. Got to calm down,
sorry,
Miranda.
Sorry, Jelly. I apologize. So what is next within, like, I don't know, the next few weeks, like before? What is it like to prep to go out?
Let me explain to the kids first. Let them know exactly what's going on.
Oh,
Explain to the babies and get myself prepared. Get back into listening to the music. Because no matter how much you play something, you still gotta, go over it. Start getting myself in mode.
right.
And pack, of course. Make sure I got everything. and wait for that good old confirmation that what days we're gonna have rehearsals,
Time to go.
and then go from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the next branch of the tour is what's the date on that? I know we talked about it before.
July 4th.
Oh, is that
July
the first
4th.
show on it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the Oklahoma surf show, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So Joe P did chime in. And he says that he wants to know if there's going to be a new Eye for an Eye tour.
I don't play for them anymore, so I have no idea, man. Like, I have.
That was like quite a few years ago. Well, in music life, like you said 3 tours in a year. It probably feels like 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but nah, man. Sorry, man. You got the acts. I don't even think they're still together, man. So sorry to bust your bubble.
Yeah. I don't know.
Damn, we pulled up the wrong Facebook. We're referencing the wrong bands.
We didn't reference it. That was Mike Matt or Joe.
If he fool and rock with me, he can tell him come to one of the struggle shows. I'll look out for him, buddy, man. For free. Just tell him to hit me up when he see me and be close for it.
So do we have any indie shows on this tour by chance?
You want to go, don't you?
Well, yeah.
Not yet. But I'm pretty sure if we gonna do this, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be
probably
ridiculous.
the Citadel. That's probably. How's that even floating?
I think the Citadel's done.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think that was our last show when we were just there.
Yeah.
I think that was the last time they was having something.
Yeah, but Jip Benjamin is back. He's opened up the Emerson and redoing everything at the Emerson, so it'd probably be there.
I'll be interested to see.
Yeah.
See if they can do something with the acoustics in that old building. Cause,
right.
It's a gigantic brick, so the sound just bounces everywhere. Now, the audio equipment on that stage, on the monitors and stuff, you're going to hear, it's going to like, man, this is awesome. And then you go outside like, what the hell is going on out here?
Right.
Hell yeah. So, for the foreseeable future, you are like living a dream. How some people I've seen that some people are like, oh, that's the dream life, but I mean, like, aside from playing, do you like have a workout regimen? Because like you got to stay in shape, use your entire body. Back to I love the drummer. It's the backbone. So do you work out?
I just play. And practice consistently.
You're always
I continue to practice. I practice consistently.
Like all day, every day.
That's like my workout. Yeah, at least 2 hours straight.
At least 2 hours straight.
That's cool.
That is. And again, like the backdrop
Yeah.
with the shoes, man.
Well, to be able
That
to
is impressive as
What-
fuck.
and being able to keep that timing down like that, to be able
Mm-hmm.
to do those, I mean, you really, you do have to practice that much.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you could think,
Yeah.
oh, I'm still on it, but when you actually throw a metronome on there or something,
Mm-hmm.
you it's like,
Yeah, it's a
whoa,
whole
where
different.
you
Yeah,
been, dude? You gotta
Yes,
work and all
yeah.
that.
But that shit, that's what helps you get through the show.
Yeah.
You know, you just can't miss that. You know,
Yeah.
that shit, you're married to that click track.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you lose that, then you lose everybody on the stage. You
Now,
lose the audience and everything.
right, right. But do you guys have like, I know you have a set list. Is it like regular, change it up here and there, but like when you go on, let's say this tour, do you think there's going to be a set each show just to give the audience
It
what they want?
depends. Some nights, it depends. Some nights he adds certain songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just depends on how he feeling or where we at.
Yeah,
You know,
Right.
if he feels as though they really need to hear this song, like the song with him, Brianna, his grandmother, and his mom.
Yes.
We don't do that all the time,
Right.
but depending on how how he feeling, we might do it.
Right.
We had that sometimes. Most of the time, it stay the same though. It's the same all the way through.
Hell yeah. So, with how musical that family is, and bringing Brianna, like you're having to learn, with different artists. Like if Jelly comes
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
you have to know those. With Brianna, you have to know those. So, when is it like the most fun for you and not a job?
Actually the whole show.
Really?
For me, my time where I get to be relaxed is during Brianna's set because that's the singing, that's your church, that's your R&B, that's your country all in one. You know what I'm saying? So that gives me the time. I get to be laid back. I ain't got to do no crazy hi-hat patterns,
Right.
So, and then we immediately back to it once we get off the stage. But yeah, that's my time. It's real soothing, real smooth.
Right.
So you being able to work with Stroke, that's, I mean, that, to be able to be on stage and have all these tours and things, is there one artist, if you could pick that artist that you could work with, who would that artist be? It could be alive, dead, past, present. Yeah. I mean,
that I'll be. You said besides him?
Yeah, yes. I mean, if you had one artist that you could pick that you'd be like, man, that'd be awesome if I could be on that tour, what artist would that be?
Remember, past, present,
and no matter what genre, it doesn't have to sit in the hip hop, because you have a very diverse, so it could be metal to rock to gospel. I mean,
I'll say Rick Ross and Prince.
Oh,
that's awesome.
I'm loving the Prince.
Yeah.
That's you.
Because
I was listening to that
watching
earlier,
Prince,
actually.
Prince is what got me into me watching his drummer. Is what got me into playing electric drums because he was playing electric drums on the movie, the whole movie. And it was like when you would see Morris Day in a band, they would have full drum sets and all that stuff. And you see Prince in them, it's just, two guitar players, keyboard player, and he just sat there with that electric kit, man. The sounds that he was getting out them drums was like incredible. So that's what made me like. Well, his name is Bobby Z too. Shout out to Bobby Z. Like he's a cool.
Bobby Z.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That was the revolution.
Didn't Prince have
absolutely.
Sheila E. at one point in time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. And John Blackwell.
Yeah.
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 Yep. Yeah, I think they used to date actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think Prince. That was Prince's little thing for a second.
That's what I thought
too.
So. Like, and she like.
Did you happen to catch that Prince Oscar show?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah,
they had a lot of really cool covers.
Yeah.
What was that one girl did beautiful? Her.
Her.
She killed it.
Favorite.
Oh,
That's my
dude.
favorite.
Oh my God. I was like,
And I also,
but you
and
know
the
what? They
reason-
pulled that footage off. Like
Yeah.
that night.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, the Oscars pulled it off because everybody was looking. I was flipping out. I was like, I want to watch this again because she killed
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was definitely. I mean, there was also a whole bunch of different really really cool things happened there, but that was definitely that was a cool cover that she did.
Yeah. Moment in history.
But she's got another song I think she was on with that Prince wrote, so you can hear it too. I forget the name of it, but it's like, oh, there's Prince right there. I can hear her.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I said Prince, but I said Rick Ross because I don't know if y'all listen to Rick Ross, but
Yes.
it's like, and a
say
lot of his, like the Maybach music intros are so musical.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
Justice League and Just Blaze, like those tracks, that's what made me so, like wanted to play his music so bad. I used to practice that stuff like crazy.
So I listen to everything. I have to. I'll go back and listen to it just because you said that. Just because
Yeah.
I'll have a different direction
Yeah.
to listen to.
Absolutely.
Right.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, and you know,
Foresight.
yo, this is weird, but I would have played for Hootie and the Blowfish.
Really?
Dude.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I loved them growing up. I used to practice their music too all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Aren't-
Hootie and the Blowfish.
And
Ain't he in
after he went,
Nashville now?
crazy.
yeah,
He's in Nashville now.
It's not Hootie anymore. It's
Darius Rucker.
There
Yes.
you go, Darius.
It's not. It's Darius.
Yeah, it's
Darius.
Darius
it's
Rucker
not,
is
it's not under Hootie
is
anymore.
the lead. Yeah,
Yeah.
Darius
If
has
I
been
ever
on his
see,
own
if
for
I
a
ever
while.
see him downtown, I'm calling him Hootie. He's a legend.
I'm sure he
I
never
used
gets
to
that.
practice the your song.
See, so that would be like a fanboy moment. Like, do you have
Absolutely.
who?
I had a fanboy moment.
Oh, tell me.
Oh,
I
there we go.
did.
Come
I
on.
did because I did not know that Struggle was cool with like DJ Paul and the 3 Mafia, right? So I swear to God, growing up in the hood, like that's what we was listening in the Project Pat 3 Mafia, especially when you get some
God,
when you get a
yes.
system in your car up here.
Yes.
That's what we was banging.
That's what
Like I knew, like so. Matter of fact, 2 fanboy moments. So this is the first one. I was at Slum Fest.
Okay.
And James, the fiddle player, he was like, "Yo," he was like Paul here, and I'm like, "DJ Paul?" I'm like, "For real?" He was like, "Yeah, he did come up on the bus."
Oh.
Dude just walked up on the bus, shook everybody's hand, and just hugged Strug. It was just like, "Yo,
That's
what's up?" They
awesome.
just talking, and I'm sitting up here looking like,
This is really happening.
"Yo, like,
What's up?
I want
they
a
freaking
hug.
won a Grammy, bro."
That's
Like,
awesome.
that's-
Yeah.
That's DJ Paul. So I got to take a picture. That was a fan moment. And then when we was at the Citadel, out of nowhere, me and Scat was chilling outside, and we hear Slob on my knob. Like, come on the cop. I go out on the stage. It's Project Pat
That's
on the
awesome.
stage. I was fanboy mode. I had my phone out and everything. Like,
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I definitely was in like hood moment. Like I texted to the hood too. I was like, y'all look at this.
There was a fangirl moment because I brokered a deal between MC Mac and another artist.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're FaceTime, and I'm like, this is really happening. Like, I didn't put it out there, but I definitely took a screenshot of us, me in the box. I'm like,
That was crazy.
fangirl moment. So yeah, I totally get. And yeah, if and when you guys come back there, like my whole team, we got to go.
Oh, I'm down.
We got to go.
We'll be there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for just sitting here and you know, kicking
Yeah,
it with us
welcome,
and
man.
chatting with us.
Yeah, we definitely
Thank
love your
you.
time,
Great.
man, and you're definitely doing some great stuff, and you're
Yes.
a great person, so that makes it even better. You got any
Thank
last
you.
minute shots,
Shout
any
outs,
plugins before we
plugs.
get done?
Nah, man, just shout out to y'all, and I can't wait to see y'all out there on the road.
Yep,
See y'all at these
we'll
shows.
be there.
Hey,
man, and
we'll
keep
be
us,
out
Keep
there.
us in y'all prayer out there, you know.
Yes.
Definitely
and y'all
keep
stay
safe.
safe. Y'all stay blessed, man. And I appreciate y'all.
Thank
You
you
know,
so
for having me.
much.
We're gonna.
Hang out.
Do you
Yeah.
Go
have
ahead and stay on real
another
quick.
couple minutes? We're gonna cut the live feed and then come back and cut a quick little promo with you to promote
cool,
the podcast
cool.
when this releases.
Yep.
All right, just hang tight. We'll be
Thank
right
you,
back
darling.
with you.
Yes, sir.
So,
All right.
yeah, that was
Amazing
awesome.
night, man. Great dude, man.
Like
I love
fangirl.
it. I love
Yes.
getting us these great cats in here doing these interviews.
Yes.
Oh.
Make sure you guys subscribe, rate, review, comment. Hit us up on YouTube, Spotify,
Stitcher,
iTunes, there, every place.
iHeartRadio, everything.
Yes, everywhere.
Deezer. I added another one to Deezer. I don't even know what that
Deezer.
is, but I'm like,
It's
okay,
Deezer.
it's a thing. So I guess
We're on there. You got.
Yes,
We're on
go-
Deezer.
I'm running out of room on these flyers.
I
Jason.
know.
All right.
Hashtag #MunLovePod.
That's right.
Make sure to subscribe,
Yes.
rate, and review, and all of those. Comment. We'll talk to
Yes,
you.
we
We'll
will.
communicate.
Yep.
And if you got artists you want to see, let us know.
Let us know.
We'll get them
Hit
on
me
the
up.
show.
Yes, I'm booking. Been booking.
Jason, Aaron, if you're looking for any of the podcast needs, commercials, or anything in between, Jason, Aaron, and Jolliffe,
Yeah.
they're
Jolliffe
killing.
is-
I'm only producing 7 podcasts right now, so
Oh
I got a
my-
little space. I
Yes.
got a little space. I can
He's got a little space, just only 7. You know.
Only 7, you know. Yeah. So next week it's popping again.
We're back
Yes,
again.
next Monday popping.
Yeah. It's like we do it every week.
Like something like that.
Sweet.
Like, you know.
So everybody out there, before we do
Everyone.
our last closing, look out for each other. We're all
Exactly.
humans. We love each other. Keep it safe.
Yep.
You know, we got to get together and unite this world. So
Yes.
please look out for each other.
Love,
Absolutely.
baby.
Yes. Absolutely.
Come on,
So,
do it, Miranda.
yay.
Let's do it. Do it.
Say it.
Everybody has hated a Monday,
Monday.
once or twice in their lives, so let Monday
They
love you.
So nice.
Love you guys.
Adorable.
See you guys.
Love ya.
Love you.